Hey guys, welcome back to Skylanders Ring of Heroes. Now in today's video we're going to be doing one that's been overdue, and that is KaBoom. We're going to take a look at him. I've been using him for a while and I'm really enjoying him as a free-to-play unit. He's fantastic. We'll take a look at his skills. So his first skill, really good, really mana efficient unit if you use the right skills in the right combination, and if you use the other option, he's a great AoE farmer for scenarios and stuff like that. So we'll just talk a bit about it. So the first skill, fires a cannonball at an enemy and casts attack down for 1 turn. Does an extra hit on a random enemy 2 times. So it's the attack. It's an attack break and it hits 2 targets. So it's a bouncing attack. It does decent damage when it crits. It's not crazy damage, but it's decent. His second skill is a 4 mana cost on 11-second cooldown. So it's a very, very expensive skill to use. The 4 mana on 11-second. It's not optimal for mana efficiency in your team. I've still got to make a full video explaining mana efficiency, but it's not overly efficient, but it is good damage. Puts the bombs on, they explode, do really good damage. So it's expensive, but it's good. And then the third skill is the one I really like. I'm a big fan of charge skills. Once again, for mana efficiency, 0 mana. It does really good damage. It has a 50% added chance to critical, and it removes a buff. So that 50% extra chance to crit is insane when you look at his base stats, and his base crit rate is 30% anyway. So if you get 20, mine has got 23. If you get 20 crit rate through substats, that skill will always crit if it doesn't glance, and that's really easy to obtain, and it's really reliable, good damage. Now, it's like there's 2 ways to use him. Like I said, when I'm farming or when I'm using him to try and do main AoE damage on easier sort of content, I'll use skill 1 and skill 2 to basically get as much AoE pressure. You've got the first attack that hits 2 targets, this one that hits everyone, so it's good damage. And then when I'm trying to build a B10 team, it's looking really hard at the moment, but I'm looking at using skill 3 and skill 1 because it gives good support and decent damage. And let's face it, B10, when you get there, you're not going to be doing speed runs straight away, so you don't need the AoE damage. So what it is the idea is you've got the attack break for good support, you've got a purge for support, but then you've also got good single target damage when you get to the boss, even though I last about 3 seconds at the boss when I get there on B10 at the moment. So that's what I'm looking at for him. If he works out, and I think he's going to work, I might even skill him up to remove 2 buffs with this skill if it's working out on the boss on B10, but I feel like we're whiles away from that. When we look at runes, basically just I'm doing strike whatever, and the idea I want to go for is just 2 attack runes, attack percent, because he's got the high base attack. He wants flat defense or HP on this rune, whichever one you can find. But yeah, basically go for attack percent on both of these ones, especially because he's got that third skill that has the crit rate buff. You don't really need the crit rate stat, but I don't want to use the crit damage rune either because the bombs deal damage based on attack. So I feel like just having double attack is a really good step for him. Obviously the strike to boost that attack even more, and it works pretty well. If you were only ever going to use skill 1 and skill 3, then a crit damage build could be nice, but like I said, for ease of use everywhere, I like the double attack build for him. Once again, see if you can get those 20 crit subs just to meet the requirement for the third skill to be 100% crit rate, and then he's pretty much solid from there. He's got decent base HP and defense. Obviously he doesn't want percentage yet, but he's a bit higher than Hot Dog and stuff like that in the HP range and all that sort of stuff. But let's jump into I'll show you the farming, the arena, and then we won't go into the dungeons because, man, B10, it's crazy. But so where I'm farming at the moment is this stage here on hard, because I'm farming for the Gusto shards. So I had been using him and Whamshell when I was leveling Whamshell. Now I'm leveling the Nightmare, and that passive really helps. But he is able to do this, even though mine doesn't have the best runes yet. I think his slot 3 was still on a +6 or whatever. So I haven't actually put his runes great. Eventually I'm going to steal Tough Lux runes and put them on him. But yeah, this sort of thing is what he can do. You need a skilled up Broccoli to do it, but This is using that skill 1, skill 2 combo where you're basically getting all the damage out as quick as you can. So there you go. You got the AoE, you got the bombs, you got the other one that even if it hits 2 on the same target, it's still good damage. And yeah, it provides the mitigation. I really need my broccoli to get out here to help me survive and give the heal, and I should be pretty solid after that. So yeah, this is him autoing. Once again, like I said, if you have better runes on him, not better attacking runes, like his attack runes are pretty good, but just the HP and defense runes, and he's a real solid farmer for things like this. Obviously, you get further on, there's content he will struggle with, but because I'm farming for Gusto, he has elemental advantage. This hard mode, he's fantastic for. So that's the farming. Once again, it's not the fastest runs, but for a hard mode, about 2 minutes is a nice run for where I'm at in the game at the moment. So that's his farming potential. That's the skill 1 and skill 2 combo. Really good combo to just kill things quickly. Really good when he's by himself because he's not stealing mana off other units. So he's pretty much 100% uptime. He's always getting one of the skills he wants to use off. So that's that set. We'll jump into Arena, and I've seen a lot of people using in Arena that same build, skill 1 and skill 2. Using him as their main AoE nuker, try and get those bombs on and work it like that. I've been using him in a different sort of combo because I use my Tough Luck as my main nuker in Arena. So if we jump in here, we'll refresh to try and hit someone that's higher on the list. Here we go, 3100. He's got a good rating. We can steal some of that. This one may not be a great example. Actually, it might be. Okay, we'll try this one. So the sort of team I'd use into this might fail and I might get destroyed because Nightmare's amazing. But so for this team, what my plan is to use Whamshell as... Whamshell's got his video coming. We'll get to him as well. But Whamshell is there to tank the Stealth Elf. The first target I want to kill is the KaBoom. And I want to survive, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open with Whamshell's first skill to get a defense buff. Try and get that. Hopefully it gets off before the Stealth Elf. It is a speed tie, but this is what I've been doing and it's been working pretty well. Get the defense buff up, then go into Tough Luck skill 1, skill 2. Idea being that no matter who they hit, once I've got the defense buff up, they should survive the first hit, and then my Tough Luck should roll in with her first and second. Get the debuff on someone and heal herself up to full. But while all that's happening, when I'm queuing those 3 skills, I'm going to hit KaBoom's charge skill, which means by the time those are all over, his charge will be ready because 8 seconds will have passed, and then you'll be ready to nuke someone straight away because that thing is guaranteed to crit unless you glance, and it hits like a truck. So that's the basic strat that I'm using in this one. Hopefully it works out for me and I don't look like a fool, but if it doesn't work out, we'll try it again. So the first one I'm going to kill is the KaBoom because I feel like he's the main threat here. So we'll target KaBoom, do Whamshell skill 1, skill 2, and then here you can see I'm already charging my my KaBoom skill. So he's probably going to die before too long because he's got the bomb on him. But there we go. We get that. Now I'll get the Nightmare out the way with his second skill. As you can see, it does a lot of damage. Didn't quite land the kill. Would have been nice with that double bounce, but we might actually get trucked here because he's going to heal now. Oh, this is going to be close. No, we're good. We're good. But you can see how the way that synergized in that he was able to be charging a really heavy single target nuke while I'm trying to delete the first threat with my other 2 units. And I've just found that to be really good synergy in my team at the moment. The other option would be to just go in and... My Tough Luck only is about 68% crit rate, so I don't like using her second skill straight off the bat to outspeed and kill someone, because if she doesn't crit, it puts me at odds. I like using that defense buff with my Whamshell just to get the protection, but that KaBoom gives that really good support in getting rid of the second threat as soon as his charge skill's ready. So that's awesome. And like I said, the other place that I use that skill 1, skill 3 combo for the KaBoom is in the dungeons, and B10 I can get to the boss in about 6 or 7 minutes, and then the boss basically one-shots me. So we're not quite there, but that's the skill set I'm looking at using, is that skill 1, skill 2. But the other option in Arena, if you want to use this guy as your main attacker, like I said, I've got Tough Luck as my main attacker. So if you want to use him as your main attacker, you can always just go for this skill. If you get 2 skill ups into it, it'll do more damage. It'll have a 9-second cooldown, which a lot of people, if you're still fighting a lot of stealth elves and stuff like that, the 2 cooldown reduction is nice. It puts you at a 9-second cooldown compared to stealth elves' second skill, which is on the 11-second as well. So you're no longer speed tying unless they have skill ups, of course. But yeah, it gets you under that cooldown, which means you'll be able to attack first with it. So that's a very good option, and the bombs do really nice damage if they land. So that's pretty much going to be the KaBoom. He's a really fantastic unit. Oh, that's the one other thing I wanted to mention before we cut, and that is the Mirage Tower. If you're struggling in the Mirage Tower, these top few floors, especially floor 60, I've still got to make guides on 55 and 60. I've just got a lot of videos I want to make, but we'll get there. But because everyone in this level is undead, if you use the Hot Dog Enigma and KaBoom, that's how I first cleared it. And my KaBoom, I think it was only 4 or 5 star unawakened when I managed to clear it the first time in the first month. So he's fantastic for this. If you're struggling at this level, consider KaBoom, because he is fantastic. Whether you use skill 1 and 2, skill 1 and 3, or even skill 2 and 3, he can work out on this stage. I'll go into that more in depth when I do my my Mirage Tower 60 sort of guide, but we'll get to that on the stage. But yeah, fantastic unit for clearing that 100%. So once again, free to play. You get him from all your Wishstone summons, and he's not too bad to farm because you can farm him from, I think it's this one, on normal and easy. So there's plenty of options to farm him no matter really what stage of the game you're in. So he's probably not the most important unit. Like I do like the Hot Dog early, the Blades for the solo, then into the Tough Luck. But then this guy or Snapshot, if you're looking for something to farm, you can choose whichever. But definitely he adds value to your team as you go. So that's it for KaBoom. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.